Well, today is a first alert weather day because of the red flag warnings, of course, which have now actually been extended through 6 p.m. on Saturday. So we're going to be dealing with similar conditions again tomorrow. Possibly not quite as windy, though. I think our wind gusts are really maxed out at the moment, and they will be quieting down a little bit as we head into Saturday. Today, we have wind gusts in the valley up to 30 miles an hour, but we've seen gusts as high as 45 across portions of northern Berkshire County today. Tomorrow, we're expecting wind gusts up to about 25 miles an hour, but very dry air is in place and really nothing changing until, again, we can get some rainfall. And it does look like that is going to be possible later this weekend. It's not just us, too. It all extends down into the mid-Atlantic, where they also have worsening drought conditions. As we take a look outside, we do have some cloud cover coming down out of the north from our Agawam Skycam, and that's with an approaching cold front. So it's mild and it's breezy, especially in the valley with the mild temperatures. Fire conditions or fire weather concerns, however you want to label it, is going to last throughout the weekend. We actually do have some cooler temperatures coming in for tomorrow. It's actually going to be kind of chilly tomorrow, but that doesn't make a difference in this current situation. Now, we do have a little bit of light rain coming in Sunday night and a Monday morning. That is very important. So taking a look before we get into our system, there are two big ones we're still watching. Hurricane Rafael in the Gulf of Mexico, still looking like it's going to take a turn southward, not really impacting the Gulf Coast, except right on the coastline, of course. Then you have this monster storm system. That's out across the plains and even portions of Colorado that are still dealing with snow. Some in the Rockies there, I mean, you're talking 2-3 feet of snow falling with this storm system with severe weather on the other side of it. Now, back here across New England, rain we can't even buy lately, and a cold front's coming southward tonight with a couple of showers, but the air is still pretty dry. So if we see anything come to the ground, it might just be a sprinkle, nothing beneficial. So tonight we will have some scattered cloud cover early, giving way to clear skies overnight. It stays breezy and turns chillier. A cooler air mass builds in for tomorrow. So we start the day off in the low to mid 30s, and highs tomorrow afternoon are actually going to be closer to normal for November. Looks like we'll climb our way into the lower 50s for the valley with 40s across the hill towns. Full sunshine to wrap up the day, and then when the sun goes down tomorrow night, ooh, it's going to get chilly. Temperatures should drop down to about 20 degrees on Sunday morning. Now, we will stay breezy over the weekend. Wind out of the south-southwest is expected Sunday, so temperatures come up a bit, but it's still breezy. Then we have a little rain Sunday night, and Monday we're also breezy as that system moves through. So what we're expecting is increasing cloud cover Sunday, still dry until Sunday evening. 9 p.m. we'll start seeing some showers. We'll have periods of showers that will last during the overnight, and we could actually end up around 1/4 inch of rain. Showers will come to an end by Monday morning. We'll start drying out for Veterans Day. It'll be breezy and mild. Then we have more seasonable temperatures on tap through much of next week with shower chances Thursday and Friday. Back to you.